Let's go over 4 types of graphics that we prepare for your iOS and Android app at MobiLoud. The first one I want to cover is the iOS app icon. This one is pretty straightforward. It's going to be a PNG image in 1024 by 1024 pixels. It's just one file, and it's going to generally be a small type of logo. You want to avoid using long text, avoid using a lot of graphics and details. It's going to be something more simple. And so that is what we need for the iOS app icon. Now for the Android app icon, what you're going to use is a smaller version of the iOS app icon. It's half the size. It's 512 pixels instead of 1024 pixels. And this is split into 2 files. So in order to prepare this image, we need your logo in it with a transparent background. So I have this little illustration here. You see that we have the logo on its own separate file with a transparent background. We have a second file as the background, and combined later on in the process, that will then form the Android app icon. So these should not be combined like the iOS app icon, which is one file. The Android app icon is 2 files in order to prepare that. The next graphic that we prepare is the splash screen. The splash screen gives you a bit more real estate to use more text, more style. As you can see here, we're using the full MobiLoud branding for the splash screen example. This, in the same way as Android, is 2 files. So you will see here the PNG, it must be a PNG, 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels for the logo. For the background, it is 2248 by 2248. And together they combine to form the splash screen. The background is much bigger, and it accounts for different screen sizes. So something just to keep in mind, that those need to be separate. They cannot be one file. We can prepare this for you if we can generally use just your app icon and modify it to accommodate for a splash screen. But if you want to consider styling and making the splash screen your own, definitely consider taking advantage of this bigger real estate for that in comparison to the app icon. The next one I want to cover is the featured graphic. Now the featured graphic is for Android specific. It is 1024 by 500 pixels. We generally will prepare this for you unless you want to prepare it yourself. It's just another image to promote your Android app in the Google Play Store. But we will generally just use your Android app icon to then prepare this featured graphic. The only really difference is the dimension size, but we will prepare that for you. Now, the last and final one that I would like to mention is the notification icon for Android. We will also prepare this for you and take your Android app icon to build that. That is what's going to appear in the top bar of your device whenever you receive an alert or a push notification from the app. That icon will then display. So if you were interested in customizing your notification icon and wanted to make it different from the app icon, be sure to provide that as well, or ask questions if you have any about that. But generally, we'll just use your Android app icon to prepare it. So those are the 4 types of graphics that we prepare for your iOS and Android app. Thanks so much for watching.